Okay, so I just want to talk about four attachments on these four weapons on the MDR, the SVT, the AK-12, and the M4. Four attachments that I find the most significant in this new update for 1.0, and that affect the guns the most out of attachments that I've seen or found. But if there are any others, please let me know. All right, coming over to the MDR. With the MDR now, so if you take off this front handguard, or look at it, sorry, there are a ton of new handguards. Before, it used to only be the MDR and the tan MDR. Those were the only handguards you could use. But now we have the Micro, the ALX 16, the ALX B20, the best ones. So what you can do is, if I take this off, they now have longer and shorter barrels. With the short barrel, you can use the Micro, which might be really good for some ergo builds because you can use suppressors with it like that. Um, but if you put on the long barrel, you can use the ALX B20, or sorry, the ALX 20 is better than the B20 because it takes away less ergo. And with this, you can make really good, more like medium range build um, MDRs that still have really good ergo but really good vertical recoil. This thing's definitely a laser beam, and I think you're going to see people running the 20-inch barrel on the MDR a lot more, and the MDR being used more than it has been lately. All right, next is the SVT. With the SVT, this has some two new interesting attachments that's been added to it. On the back here, you can now add the SVT-S or the SVT-SL. The SVT-S has or takes away 1.5 ergo, and the SVT-SL takes away 2. The SVT SL is slightly higher than the SVT S. I'd rather use this one. I just like the way it looks more, and it takes away uh 1.5 instead of 2. And now you can put any sight you want on these guns, so they're definitely more viable for using at longer ranges. And now you don't only have to use the annoying PU scope. You can use whichever 30 millimeter or hollow sight if you want on these. And then on the bottom here, it has the SVD SVT40. This adds um well, okay, minus 25, but from the original, it takes away 12 vertical recoil and adds 6 ergonomics. So it only makes the gun better. So yeah, those are the two attachments that you can add onto the SVT that make it significantly better, and I think you will see this a lot more than you did last wipe. Next is the AK-12. With the AK-12, it has some new handguard attachments. It has 3 instead of just having the HG. It has the Sport 12, the uh, Aclavin 15, and the N4. The N4 is the one that I found the most commonly, but the best one is the Aclavin 15. This gives the best stats and does make the AK-12 a lot better than it was before. Just making it just that little bit better for when you're trying to do test drive. All right, last up for the fourth one, we have the M4. With it, if you take off the gas block, and this, you will have to put the 18-inch barrel to get the best version of this attachment. But so there's 3. It's the gridlock base attachments. There are 3. One is black, one is yellow, which is kind of ugly, and one is red. On this, you have an 8.5, an 11, a 15, and a 17-inch handguard that you can put on with them. The 17 is the best, but it is just another M4 handguard. It is pretty good. I think it looks really cool, like kind of futuristic-y. I do like the red version of the base. But yeah, that is just another attachment for the M4. All right, that was just quick, just showing you some new attachments and what they can do for you, especially later on in wipe with like the MDR or the AK-12 when you do need to use those. But yeah, I hope that helped you out just a little bit.